I've been here 3 years. That was the best experience I've ever had here at Nippert. It was incredible. Starting with, all the things that we had to do today with the big noon kickoff. A lot of things happening around our campus today. Our students were out full force. I mean, it was awesome. It was a great atmosphere. It was big time college football today, and I appreciate everybody. Our team appreciates, our players appreciate everybody coming out and having that kind of atmosphere. That's what college football is all about. And I think our guys played hard. I just talked to them in the locker room there. Effort was there. They're playing their tails off. Really good BYU football team, 11th ranked team coming in here. We went toe to toe with those guys. Did not play obviously our best ball. We missed 3 field goals. We got 4th and 1 inside the 5 we don't get, and then we lose a fumble that lasted 6 minutes on a review, which was incredible to me. They called him down, and we lost all the reviews actually tonight. I think it was 5 of them total. But it's still a lot of respect for BYU. But we went toe to toe with those guys, and just came up short tonight. To me, it was really just about the execution that we talked about on those few plays, and but I thought our guys came out and eagerly wanted to go out and get a win tonight. There's no question about it against a good team. So I'll open up with questions.
What has it been about those big moments that it seems like you guys just haven't been able to get over the hump?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, I heard for Steven. I mean, he's missed 1 field goal in 10 games. We missed 3 tonight. I mean, so if you got 9 more points on the board, it's a little bit different there in the fourth quarter, the way they're calling plays, the way we're calling plays, and I think this is a really good red zone defense. They're, one of the top red zone defenses here. Anytime teams get in there, they have a hard time scoring, and of course we did too. We went down there, and that's why I thought, be aggressive. It's 4th and 1. Let's try to get in there. Came up a little bit short on that one. And then I felt like at that point, the 3 field goal attempts were right there around where you don't go for it. It was a little bit outside of the red zone area, right there at it. But it's just you got to make the plays on when plays need to be made. It's like we score there at the end of the game. This happened last week too. We got to get off the field. Like, you have to get off the field. There's 5 minutes on the clock. And we didn't get off the field. And so those third downs were crucial. They were 7 for 15 on third down. I mean, you got to find a way to get off the field on some of those third downs.
Curious about Cyrus's fumble, because it was kind of just the ball fell out of his hand. Was that because his ankle was being twisted? Did you get an explanation on what happened there?
No, I didn't, but that's what happened. Yeah, going back and watching the film, of it on the tablets, he got twisted around. His foot was underneath the guy, and obviously called him down right there. I thought his shin area was down. As he's going down and getting spun around, the ball came out of his hand. So I think just getting caught up underneath the defender.
How difficult is it for the defense? I mean, I think LG Martin was probably averaging a good chunk per play, that they can just kind of pound the rock with both him and Bachmeier.
Yeah, I mean, that's their plan. They do a great job of, huddling, slowing the game down, handing the ball to Martin, who's an outstanding back. I think he leads the Big 12 in rushing, so they're just going to let him carry the football, and Bachmeier as well. I mean, I think he had 13 carries tonight. So those 2 guys are big backs, and they're just going to fall forward for yards. I felt like we had some great initial contact, and it may go another 2 or 3 yards, and you do that multiple times, it's a first down. And I thought he did an outstanding job with that. I mean, the guy had 32 carries tonight. I mean, that's an incredible workload from a running back there, and that was their plan: keep it away from our offense, and that's what they did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love those guys. They're awesome. They're great guys, and I hurt for them. That's what I told them in the locker room. We hurt from those guys, and we love them. We want it bad for them and everybody else that was in this stadium tonight, and we came up a little short. But it's about the execution. I mean, you have to execute the plays, and it's not about the effort. Those guys, they give great effort. They come to work every day. So care a great deal for those seniors, and obviously disappointed we didn't get on a winning note there on our senior day.
Coach, when you look back over the last 2 weeks, you go 3 of 12 on third down last week, 4 of 13 tonight. What have teams been able to do to present those challenges over the last 2 weeks or so?
Yeah, they're good defenses. The bottom line is they're good defenses, and you have to execute those. You know, I did think we threw the ball well and caught the ball well tonight compared to the last 2 weeks. You know, and you know, I also look at third down too. You got to look at third and fourth. You know, you got to look at both the downs. And we were 3 for 4 on the fourth down there, so 7 for 17 there. I mean, because you know, if you can keep your drives going on some of those short yards. Disappointed we didn't get the fourth and short, and obviously inside the 5. You know, but on those third downs, you know, you're getting some good coverages, you're getting blitzes, you're getting drop 8s, you're getting a lot of different things, and you got to go out and execute. You got to throw and catch and get those first downs.
Russ, then JT, then Scott. How difficult was the decision to go for that third field goal as opposed to going for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after you miss a couple, there's always a little bit in your mind, hey, you know, should we just go right here, or we need to get some points, you know. I got a lot of confidence in Steve, and I watch him practice and kick, you know, ever since he's been here, and he usually doesn't let anything bother him. You know, he shrugs it off. If he misses one, he's going to go right back out and go make the next one. And so, you know, I felt like he would go out and make it. You know, after the first one, after the second one as well. You know, but obviously, you know, he'd like to have those back and to be able to knock those down. And he knows that's what his job's here to do, to knock down field goals. You know, and he's done a great job of that. You know, up until tonight.
Was there any operation issue?
I don't. I have to go back and watch film. It's hard to tell. Yeah.
So I know you don't want to second guess the 4th and 1 play, but do you think maybe a different play drawn up, or maybe there's another one you had in the back pocket that you were like, man, after it got
well, I
up,
think any time your play doesn't work, you'd obviously like to try another one. You know, I think that's a good play. We hadn't really shown that this year, and you know, it's just a matter of executing, getting your blocks, and then hitting it up in there and getting 1 yard. I mean, it's 1 yard. You know, I think if you want to be a team that's going to go down and win games like this, you got to go get 1 yard.
From the optics, you were 7-1. You're now 7-4. You know what happened last year. How important is it to finish 8-4?
Oh, it's very important for us. I mean, you know, TCU's a good football team. You got to go on the road in the Big 12, and it's huge for us to go down there and play well and go down there and try to get that win. It's because you know you obviously. It's not any fun losing, right? So you lose 3, you don't want to lose 4, you know. So we want to go out and play well and go down and play a good TCU team. But it takes a great week this week in preparation of getting guys healed up and going down there with, you know, all our bullets to go down there and play our best game.
It looked like subbing was giving you guys issues again. Was BYU doing anything differently to kind of create that?
Well, the one, you know, they're there toward the end there when, you know, they subbed. Then they're going to wait, and then a few seconds, here comes another one. You know, so you're doing the multiple. I mean, that's gamesmanship. We all know that. But if you get away with it, it's great on their part. And that's what I was talking to the ref about. I'm like, you know, how long are we going to let them go it? I mean, you're just going to keep holding it. And you know, his response was, well, when I saw what they were doing, I let them go. Well, at that point, it's 1 second. You know, so but that's gamesmanship, and I don't blame BYU for that. We would try to do that too. If we can get away with it, and they got away with it, you know, and it cost us on that one.
You went with the heavy package on that 4th and 2 and then subbed out, and then you had to burn a timeout. What's the trade-off between maybe spiking with that group on the field?
Yeah. I think you know, we'll have to go back. I think we talked after that. I think we did it the right way on that because we're in a big. We got extra linemen in and all that, and you get the first down. You know, I feel like with the operation of that, you got to get off and get the guys on, but if you're going to do that, you're going to have to call a timeout. You know, I think it worked out for us. We still were able to get down and put ourselves in position to kick a field goal right before half. You know, what teams have been doing to us, we obviously wanted to try to do, and we didn't get it done. But you know, but I think looking back on it, it was probably the right thing to do. But obviously, we'll see when we go back and watch the film.
I don't guess you've had many teams in your offense that have rushed for under 100. You attribute that more to BYU or just offensively on your end?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously give them credit. They're a good run, you know, stopping defense. And you know, we just didn't have a ton of carries either. I mean, I think, you know, if you get more carries, you're probably going to be able to get those rushing yards up. We felt good about, you know, guys throwing and catching tonight, and they did some good things with that and moved the football. So, you know, obviously if we could pop a few more runs there, then you can control the game a little bit better.
You only punt once all night, but you only put 14 points on the board. How much of that frustration kind of, as you're trying to get this offense rolling, kind of bubbles up, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, 9 points in field goals, 4th and 1 inside the 5. I mean, there's a point. I mean, if you execute, you score points, man. I mean, you got to hit those field goals. You got to get a first down inside the 5, and then we're going to have more points on the board. We were able to move the football. If you don't execute your play when it's time for your play, then you're not going to score points. Yeah, it's frustration.
What do you say to Steven after that? He's been real reliable.
Very reliable. Yeah, I mean, hey man, keep your head up. We're going to need you. We got, next week we got to be able to come out and we're going to need some more field goals. You have to. These margins of error, and we've all talked about this all year. Against really good football teams, there's not much room for error. And you don't. We can't have a bad night. If you have a bad night, you're not going to win, and that's at any position.
Jeff, I know that you didn't get the result that you want, but the passing game opened up after a couple rough weeks. Is that something you guys can build on taking into TCU?
I think I just feel like I just feel like it's good to see the pass game, open up a little bit. Us just trusting ourselves, making the routine plays. I just think we just need to take the momentum of the passing game and go into TCU with it. So.
Talk about how good that Sorsby throw was on the touchdown. Looked like he led you. Could you see the ball? There was a defender in the way. Could you see the ball?
It was kind of like what's the word called? Not impromptu, but like what is it when it gets? I don't know. It was a good ball. I mean, for him to be able to hit me like that and get the ball out of a break is just you want a quarterback like that, and I'm glad Coach Sack called that.
You finally got a nip at night experience. What was that like playing in front of that crowd?
The crowd was, I can't lie, for the first time I got butterflies running out of that stand. The crowd turnout's always good. The energy's always good here. I mean, we have great fans. I mean, we just didn't get the result tonight, but, I'm just glad they stuck with us throughout the whole game.
When you hauled it in there in front of the student section, were you feeling good about making the comeback at that point?
I was feeling great. Yeah, absolutely. I thought it was gonna happen then, but, I mean, we just got to look at the film and get better from it.
You guys struggled on third down last week, 4-13 today. From your perspective, what have been the biggest issues for the offense on that down?
I mean, I just think it just comes down to execution. We can't go 3 and out, or we can't stall drives with third downs, and we know that. We haven't been as explosive as we have been in the past, and I just feel like it's something we need to improve on within these next 2 guaranteed games we have.
Longest losing streak of the season. How are you guys reacting to this initially, and how do you want to approach this going into still a couple games left this season?
I think the biggest thing with it being the end of the season is just sticking together. Honestly, if we, one side starts attacking the other side, it's just when we start pointing fingers, I mean, the team will crumble. I just think we need to start playing complementary football. When we do that, we'll be fine.
Feels like.
Go ahead. The goal this whole season. Big 12 championship. Coming into tonight, it was still in the cards. You guys lose this game on senior night. What's the conversations like between the seniors right now?
Honestly, just trying to stick with each other, honestly. I just feel like that's what it is. It's just what it needs to be right now. Let it hurt for the next 24 hours and just move on. Yeah.
In these last 2 games, you guys have had the opportunities to win, and you can honestly say that you should have probably won both games. Is that more frustrating than just getting plain beat, knowing that you could have won both games?
Yeah, I just think it's frustrating because, I mean, we know the team we have. I think we're the most talented team in the Big 12. It's just it comes down to execution. And when we don't execute, we won't win. I mean, the Big 12, you got to bring your A game, whatever team you play. I mean, any team can get beat any given day, and it just hasn't been our days in the past couple of weeks.
When you look back over the recent weeks, Jeff, what are teams doing differently to get that passing game moving? Are they scheming you guys up a little bit after the success you've had early in the season compared to the back half, or what are teams doing differently?
I don't think teams are doing anything different. It just comes down to our execution, honestly. Yeah.
Brendan, how do you handle the frustration of knowing that there were a lot of opportunities for you guys to get this game across the finish line and unable to close?
Yeah, we knew coming into this week that obviously they're a really good team. And that we'd have some opportunities, but if we didn't take advantage of them, the games, you can't make too many mistakes against a good team like that and expect to come out with a win. So we definitely made too many of those mistakes tonight, just as an entire team, and we got to learn from it and grow from it, and put it behind us now because there's really nothing you can do about it. But yeah, really tough one tonight.
How do you go about keeping the locker room together? You lost a little bit to play for with the Big 12 championship game, but still obviously a big opportunity at TCU.
Yeah, it's still just, a lot of guys got, 1 or 2 games left in their career. Play for those guys. Play for, you're never going to have the same team year to year. This is a really close team. Bunch of really good individuals on this team. So just about playing for one another and just finding a way to finish it out strong with the guys.
Brendan, over the last 2 weeks, obviously 3 of 12 on third down versus Arizona, 4 of 13 tonight. What's been the difficulties there to get the offense moving on the third down?
Probably just, there's a lot of third and longs. We're putting ourselves in some bad situations, and then it's just tough to convert those. So we just got to find a way to do a better job of staying on the sticks, and then even whenever it is third and long, find a way to pick it up.
You touched on it a little bit, but knowing the stakes of this game, how big the hype was around it, and coming up short on senior night, what are the conversations between the seniors right now, like talking to them and anything like that?
It's unfortunate. Like I just said, we knew what was at stake coming into this game. We knew the opportunity that we had, and we just didn't take advantage of it. There was multiple opportunities out there, and we left a lot out there. So there's really nobody to blame but ourselves for this one. And we got to find a way to move past it, and like I've said, just find a way to finish strong and finish it out with the guys.
3 weeks in a row where you guys have seen some of the better defenses within this league. What areas of your game have you maybe had to adjust and make changes to try to just do things differently, I guess?
We knew what we were getting out of these last 3 defenses. Kind of heard Jeff hit on it. We just got to execute. We haven't done a good enough job of that. Whatever that may be, we haven't done a good enough job of it, and we got to find a way to just execute next week and finish out the season.
How do you kind of balance how aggressive you wanted to be in this game versus maybe feeling like I threw the ball away a couple too many times? I should have maybe gone after a couple more plays here or there. Is that in your head right now, or are you just kind of still reeling from the loss?
I really feel like pretty much every throwaway that I had tonight was a pretty good decision. You try to drag it out and you try to make plays, but at some point you don't just sit back there and take sacks. You gotta live to fight another down. Maybe there's some stuff whenever I watch it back that I'll say, I could have hit that. Obviously there was a couple throws that I was high on that we ended up not converting on. So, no, definitely can get some stuff cleaned up. But initial thoughts, that's usually just living to play another down and move on.
After the game, I saw you and Dante had a moment, and then you guys brought the rest of the guys out to go thank the fans. I saw you signing an autograph. Why was that important to you guys after what was a heartbreaking loss?
It's you're gonna have losses throughout your playing careers, and I remember whenever I was one of those kids that wanted the autograph of a player, win or lose, I didn't really care. I wanted the autograph from the player, so I always try to put myself in the kids' shoes, and especially I know a lot of our players are the same way. Like when you're growing up, you always look up to these players and stuff. So I think being able to just do something simple like take a picture or sign a little autograph is, win or lose, it's what it's all about. So
you wanted to shore up the passing game. Do you feel like you made some strides there? And then how important is it to stop this skid and not finish like last year?
Yeah, winning's the name of the game. We're not doing that these past 3 weeks. Got the passing game going a little bit more tonight, but we hit on it early in the season. It can't just be one or the other. We got to find a way to get both going at the same time, and that's where you become an elite offense, is whenever your pass or run game can both be hitting on the same night, and we didn't have that tonight, but there's still just a lot of stuff that we left out there.
Brendan, obviously, as the quarterback, there looked to be some substitution kind of gamesmanship delays there, especially during that 2-minute drive there to end the first half. How frustrating is that as a quarterback with that, and how can that throw momentum off? Obviously, in that situation, you guys are looking to go tempo, but you kind of get stalled out because of some gamesmanship there.
Yeah, it's what you should do if you're BYU. It's the smart play. It's just annoying, obviously, because we control that at the same time as far as subbing guys out, but just a couple unfortunate circumstances. We can't have some of the personnel that we had out there for the certain plays. So just unfortunate, but we'll move on from it.
I know you're obviously frustrated. How do you keep everybody as one of the leaders of the team, kind of looking forward and pushing hard now that a Big 12 championship isn't on the table anymore?
You just go out for the seniors, man. Go out the right way. Just tell everybody, just do it for the seniors and those guys, man. It would be nothing better than just go out with a win, and it's a new week, and that's what we have to go do.
There's a lot of kind of noise that I'm seeing about it's the 3-3-5 scheme. This is what a lot of people are blaming. What's your opinion on that? Because it seems like you guys are putting the team in a position to win, but it's just not working.
Our coaches set us up to make plays, man, and we just got to make them. It's not the scheme, it's none of that. It's we got to go in and we got to do our job and make the plays that we have to make, and that's really what it is.
Jack, 5 years here at Cincinnati. How emotional was it tonight to come out there and get the final one nip at night, despite it not being the outcome you wanted? Just talk about the environment tonight.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. I love nip, man, and it was very emotional going out there and being with the best fans in the world. I just want to say thank you to those fans. It's been a pleasure. They always come out and support. They always have nip it rocking, and it's been one hell of a. Sorry, excuse my language, but it's been one hell of a ride for 5 years with those fans in Nippert Stadium. It's been awesome.
LJ Martin, you've played against him a couple times, and then tonight the first time against Bear. I don't know if you got a crack at him or not, but how difficult was he to pull down? He looks like he might weigh more than you.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah.
I think he weighs more than you.
I think he might, but no, he was tough to tackle. He ran the offense well. They just got a good, solid team, very solid team, and we just came up short, and we just got to make more plays on them.
Is it wearing to have to go through week after week of just constantly being in a shortfall of plays, time of possession, and you guys being out there so often throughout the season?
Yeah, it is. It's very wearing. but you just got to keep going. It's when you know it's your last year and this is all you got left. That's what keeps you motivated and keeps you going. Just trying to pull those young guys along and trying to get everybody motivated for the next one. Win or loss. So that just has to go week by week.